So it's been confirmed that Marvel Rivals is going to be coming out this upcoming month on December 6th, and it's going to be appearing for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Steam for those who are PC users. It's going to be developed and published by NetEase, utilizing Unreal Engine 5, and it's supposed to be a hero shooter that's going to include, I guess, 6-on-6 gameplay. And I looked at the trailers for this game, and they look oddly similar to that of Overwatch 2. And I believe in one of my previous videos, I made mention to something about modern day video games trying to copy off of other games and them being uninspired and yada yada. Um, it kind of seems like Marvel Rivals is that, but at the same time, it looks kind of impressive. It's something that I feel like people can get into because you have a roster of like 27 characters, and a lot of these characters are big names from the Marvel universe that people are familiar with. I'm talking about Captain America, Black Panther, Iron Man, Magneto, Psylocke, Spider Man, the Punisher, Venom, you name it. And and to me, a glaring omission that I noticed was Wolverine. I'm kind of shocked that he's not a part of this, but then again, this is supposed to be a shooter, you know what I mean? So I can kind of see Wolverine not being a part of it. But at the same time, like, how could you not have like Deadpool a part of it either? Because you would think like Deadpool for the most part would probably make the most sense for a game like this, but it is what it is. But as far as the storyline's concerned, Doctor Doom and his 2099 counterpart are going to be, I guess, in this game as well. And I guess Doctor Doom is like the main antagonist. And pretty much like, the story pretty much follows like what goes on and how multiple universe merge because of like time stream entanglement. It creates new worlds, and heroes and villains from different multiverses like fight with one another. And honestly, this is something that I feel could be a hit or a miss for the most part. And um and like, this game could definitely stand out more like next month and in early 2025 than it would have if it was released back in 2023, because 2024 for the most part has been kind of bare bones, or we've been getting games for the most part that people haven't really cared too much about. um I can make an exception with games like Tekken 8, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. There was some good games that came out this year for the most part, and I do feel like there hasn't really been any like high profile Marvel games that we've seen in 2024 that's caught people's eye. Like, I'll say this: this game definitely has the potential. No, 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 no. It's definitely going to be better than the Suicide Squad video game that we got back in January. I'm just calling that right now, because even though Marvel Rivals seems very similar to that of Overwatch 2 in terms of gameplay and aesthetics and all that stuff, I do feel like it's something that would appeal to casuals for the most part. And you look at like the Suicide Squad game from earlier this year, that was designed to appeal mainly to young adults. And the thing is, it's really hard to impress the young adult audience. I mean, stuff has to be really good. They have to be into it. Not only that, the young adult gaming audience, like, they're more critical of just about everything. And I think that's one of the reasons why Marvel games, for the most part, have had like more success, because Marvel has like, or at least for the time being, it seems like Marvel has a bigger fan base. They try to appeal to more people opposed to just focusing on a specific group of gamers. Now, now I know we're supposed to be getting a like a Wolverine game for PlayStation 5 sometime in the future, but that's going to be done by Sony, if I'm not mistaken. This right here is done by NetEase Games, and it's something that I feel has the potential to be one of the hottest games of 2025, or at least in early 2025, prior to when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And I think the success of this game is going to be measured by like the player count that it gets. And and I don't know, I'm not going to get my hopes too high for Marvel Rivals and what kind of success it may or may not have. But at the same time, I feel like the presentation is good enough to get people invested in the game itself, and I'm pretty sure that this is probably going to be like the biggest Marvel game that we're going to get this year for the most part. So so we're just gonna have to wait and see what people have to say about the game once it comes out. I know it's something that people are going to be looking forward to playing during the Christmas holidays for the most part because, like, you look at high profile video games and all that stuff. Um, Marvel Rivals is a game that has been hyped up for like the past year, and this is something that people are definitely excited about, especially like with the character reveal that we recently got with Moon Knight. Because I believe there was a reveal trailer for Moon Knight not too long ago, like a few days ago, and for the most part, like you look at the comment section for that video on YouTube, it's nothing but positive stuff for the most part. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be looking forward to Marvel Rivals, and I'm hoping that the hype was well worth it prior to its upcoming release, and who knows, maybe a little bit later down the line we'll get more like DLC characters and what have you, because that's generally what video game companies like to do with video games, especially like if it's a success and people are really really into it. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I know the hero shooter genre is not as popular as it once was, but I do feel that Marvel Rivals could be an exception, and it could be something that stands out during the early part of 2025.